Alrighty, welcome to Chalk Talk Social. It is Friday, July 3rd. Happy 4th weekend. And man, I had to bring this up to kick off the show because I know it's not like a soccer podcast or nothing. Obviously, the World Cup's going on. A lot of talk is like one of the best World Cups maybe ever. And surprisingly to I think just about everyone, the U.S. is playing their part in that. I was just reading U.S. and their victory against Bosnia. It was on Wednesday night. It was the most watched soccer telecast in English language history with over 24 million viewers, a peak of just under 32 million, which topped the FIFA Women's World Cup in 2015, was the next largest. And by comparison, though, most watched Super Bowl of all time, drew an average of 127 million. So still got a ways to climb, but last month's finals between the Knicks and Spurs averaged 20 million. So, like, we're talking big numbers here in terms of like basketball is a way more popular sport in America than soccer has ever been. And it's pulling the same numbers in that the finals did. So, shout out US. They're doing their thing. They somehow just keep winning.
USA. And I'm going to tell you also,
What?
I'm not even going to lie to you. Soccer's, well, I hate to say that because people that play soccer, football. Yeah, football is a huge sport around the world. But I don't know, Austin, have you been paying attention to the baddies that's at the World Cup? Like somehow, some way, I find myself online all of the time. They single out the baddies in all these countries. I mean, Cape Verde had some, Brazil. I mean, I think football has the best women that likes the sport ever. I'm telling you, I'm gonna send some clips to you. You got it. And granted, we're there. You married? I'm sorry, Miss Austin. I'm not trying to throw you off for nothing. I'm not trying to mess Joey's household up either.
It's for show research. It's show research.
That's all it is. And my girl, no, I like looking. She's in Florida now, so I can just talk freely and not have to
She's gonna come up and beat your ass when she gets back, though.
But yeah, the baddies in World Cup, goodness grief. So
I have not observed. I've been watching some free TV streaming thing, and I've been watching these games in Spanish. So yeah, but they have been entertaining. And I've a couple friends I work with who are all big soccer nuts, just saying it's the best World Cup maybe ever. There've been incredible games, exciting games, lots going on. A lot of teams you don't normally hear of are making a lot of noise. So obviously Messi's doing his thing, just balling out. Mbappe's balling out. Like he had a huge game the other night. Ronaldo, old, but he's scoring now. So yeah, it's been something. And obviously, again, we're not a soccer podcast, a football podcast, but had to shout out the U.S. men's team, man. They're killing it, and they are drawing in numbers. Gonna suck next game because they're losing their best guy for a game because he got the red card last game. So that's gonna hurt a little bit. But yeah, obviously in the sports world, the biggest thing happened is the Celtics decided they want to make their divisional rivals 76ers the better team and just handed them Jaylen Brown for, oh man, I mean, I don't even know where to go. You go from Giannis to losing a Jaylen Brown who gave you 28 a game, a finals MVP, and carried Boston to 56 wins without Jason Tatum for a 36-year-old Paul George and some draft picks when you had Giannis in your lap. But Brad Stevens didn't want to give him the contract, and so they let go to Miami. We don't want to do that contract. Man, what a trade. Jaylen Brown goes on the stream. He says the process is back the fuck on. Man, what did you think about this one? Because there's a lot of thoughts online with this trade, obviously.
So Philly is finally starting to just get smart on how they building their team. To me, Jaylen Brown just fits Philly. Who he is as a person, rugged. Even if MB, and to me, it's the perfect, I thought it was the perfect pickup because even if Embiid is not healthy and does not play the regular season, they're going to win 50 games in the East with a Jaylen Brown, VJ Escombe, and a healthy Maxey. Nobody else. They don't need anybody else. And then they brought shooting over. I mean, that might be the best backcourt in the NBA. I don't care what nobody say. Jaylen Brown is a defensive player. He can score from anywhere on the court. He's not a selfish guy. As people can tell, he played with Jason Tatum for years, and it's never really been any rumblings of him being disgruntled. But, I mean, I just think Philly got better. I mean, and don't get me wrong. I think the Boston Celtics will be all right because I think Paul George is a more fitting guy that he'll stand in the corner. He'll shoot threes. Hey, when he's called on, he'll do his thing. But if he's not on the juice, I just don't think he's going to be playoff P. So I think Boston's going to have to make another move. Probably go out there and get somebody like Trey Murphy or somebody in New Orleans.
Something.
But Philly has, to me, and I know this is a wild take, I think this Philly team healthy could beat the Knicks.
Yeah. No, absolutely. I mean, Embiid's health, we'll see. But, I mean, Kendrick Perkins went out and said it best. Paul George hasn't been consistently good since I was skinny. I mean, and that's so true. Paul George, he's 36. He's always hurt. I mean, he's far past his best years at this point. And I agree with what a lot of people saying. Like, Brad Stevens just handed their divisional rivals a trip to the NBA Finals next year. Like, I totally agree. This backcourt is nuts. Like you said, and I know Jaylen Brown, he just had his stream that blew up. He didn't mention Jason Tatum on it. He said there was definitely a lack of respect from Boston and, quote, they packed me up. Then he said Brad Stevens is probably getting a lot of criticism. I wasn't thrilled in the way he facilitated some of the conversations. I definitely think there's some more to it. So, I mean, he's a little bit salty. And, I've seen a lot of, Celtics fans are obviously like in their feels the way the Bucks fans are, in the sense of like they feel like they got shit for this trade, which, again, you go from talking Giannis for Jaylen Brown to old ass Paul George and some picks. And it's like one of those things where I also see like people talking about how private equity is coming into play with this. June Lee does some great reporting on how private equity has become more and more involved in sports in not a good way. I saw some other people pick up and run with it. So you think about the Sixers, their owner he's the puppet. He's got strings attached to him, right? There's people behind him calling the shots. The private equity guys who are calling the shots and care about the balance sheet. They're looking at Jaylen Brown in his prime, knowing he's about to become exponentially more expensive. And to them, that's bad for the balance sheet. So they made a move that they ultimately felt that keeps Boston just competitive enough. I'm thinking this is still if they stay healthy, because they got Mitch Robinson. He's nice. He's got to stay healthy. Paul George, he's nice. He's got to stay healthy. And now Jason Tatum coming off that injury, and he hasn't had an injury history in his career, but, he's got to, stay healthy now. I think it's still like a 55-win team type thing, maybe a 45 floor if, they start getting banged up a little bit. But they did it to where they're just competitive enough, good enough to draw in fans. If Boston fans are nuts, they're still going to come to the game. And now they keep the balance sheet a little bit more digestible for the billionaires pulling the strings, a.k.a., like I said, private equity is having some says in this that, we don't really see on face value and we don't really think about. But a lot of people talking about, like, man, if you really think Brad Stevens is the holdup here and the problem here, you don't know what's going on enough with what's behind the scenes and the people pulling the strings and shit. So a lot of dynamic in this one.
Yeah, and I mean, everybody believes Jason Tatum can take this next step to being that guy. And I'm pretty sure I don't care what they say, he had some say in saying, hey, listen, I'm good. I can carry this team without him. Y'all can let him go. We're going to see Jason Tatum. And I mean, I'm a Jason Tatum fan. I think he's an awesome basketball player. I think he can get it done. But we're going to see soon what being the number one guy looks like for you. Because I believe if Jason Tatum said, no, don't get rid of him, they keep him. So I think Jason Tatum is ready to step in and be Batman. And, hey, be careful what you ask for. I mean, you ain't going to have no other choice unless they bring a Trey Murphy, unless they bring make a Zion Williamson trade. I mean, something.
Well, none of those guys are being Batman over Jason Tatum. He has to. There's no one on the market unless they go randomly trade for Ant. Randomly just go and trade for Ant at this point. That's going to make Jason Tatum. There's no one there. He has to be. I mean, he's been good in the playoffs. He looked really nice when he came back. But, I mean, obviously, I think Celtics fans initially were just absolutely pissed, saying it was one of the worst trades in Boston sports history. A lot of ripping Brad Stevens. A lot of people saying it's an indefensible trade when you consider Kevin Durant at his old age fetched 4 first-round picks, 2 good young players, a swap when he was traded from the Nets to the Suns. Jaylen Brown, way younger in his prime. I mean, got old ass Paul George 2 firsts and 2 seconds. So it's like,
But I was
and I
hearing the market was kind of shrinking for Jaylen Brown though, because I think a lot of people. So I was looking at, can't remember which show they were talking about. His analytics aren't really good about like when he's on the floor, they're a -5. When he's off, they're a +20. So a lot of teams who look at analytics now didn't kind of equate what they're going to have to pay him, which is like 2 for 1. He getting like 2 years for 140 something, and what he produces analytically on the court. But I think sometimes you just got to look at the player and say, hey, listen, this guy can play defense and he can score the ball. Fuck them analytics. Let's go pay him. But I heard that the market really shrink because of analytics wasn't favorable for Jaylen Brown.
Analytic nerds are taking over the sports. I think the one you're talking about is Bobby Marks. Was out there saying no player in the NBA lowers the points that his teammates score while on the court with him more than Jaylen Brown does, which to him, he pointed out, means the ball stops moving when he has the ball at the highest rate of any player in the league. Still won a lot of damn games with it, so it's something worked while we're at it. So, I mean, I don't know. It's at the end of the day, you trade him to a rival team, a team that's in your conference, a team you don't like, a team that needed a Jaylen Brown to get over the hump.
Close. Yeah, they were this close.
Yeah. And that's the part that's like mind-boggling that I would be, if I'm a Celtics fan, I'm most pissed about because, like you said, Maxey and Edgecombe is already really good, a really good backcourt. Now you got Jaylen Brown is insane. Dean Wade is their power forward, like whatever. He's giving you 6 and 5 a night, whatever. And you got Embiid, who really good when he's playing, big if he plays, right? And then on the Celtics side, you got Peyton Pritchard, Derek White, Paul George, Jason Tatum, Mitchell Robinson. Like I said, at full health, if all goes right, 55-ish wins probably type of team. But the thing I was telling you in pre-production is I saw Yahoo Sports reporting that Boston is betting on Peyton Pritchard making a Jalen Brunson type leap the way, so Brunson kind of leaped once he got away from Luka. Now they're saying, well, now that Jaylen Brown's away from Pritchard, he's going to blossom with Jaylen Brown gone, which
Yahoo Sports got to leave that dog food alone, man. Please, because
it's talking now.
Yeah, come on now. And then don't get me wrong. I think Peyton Pritchard is an awesome player.
He's nice.
He's not Jalen Brunson. He'll never be Jalen Brunson. Let's be clear.
No, absolutely. And the only argument is there's there's a lot of shots opened up now. So his 17 points a game is probably going to go up to like 20 points a game just by the fact that there's going to be more volume fed his way. Like Brunson was averaging double digits by year 3. It took Pritchard until year 5. Brunson was a far more efficient shooter right off the bat throughout his first 6 seasons than Pritchard ever was in his first 6 seasons, even though Pritchard's a slightly better 3-point shooter year over year than Brunson was to start. So like the comparison here is like, great. You're only saying that because, obviously Peyton Pritchard's going to get more looks and more shots up now. So his numbers are going to go up. That doesn't mean he's all of a sudden Jalen Brunson caliber player. He ain't all NBA come year 7 after being relevant for 2 years. Let's be honest.
Yeah,
come on.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that was crazy. So I don't know. I'm assuming, are you on the side of the 76ers? It sounds like you think 76ers won this trade.
They won that. And on paper, they won that trade. And like I said, I don't even if Embiid is not healthy, they're going to be a good team.
Yep. What do you think is the ceiling for the Celtics?
First,
you think they make an ECF?
No. Not with the Knicks as they are, not with Philly as they are. Listen, Toronto is gonna be with Kawhi back.
Yeah, I forgot about that one.
Toronto's gonna be better too. So that's my only thing with Boston is y'all kind of got worse while everybody else around you got better. So to me, I just think Detroit is starting to look bad now. I don't know what the hell they doing. They let Tobias Harris go. They got a lot going on, but no, I think Boston got worse. So I'm giving them 6 seed next year.
Damn, 6 seed. Yeah, I mean it was tough. And that Toronto Raptors, I totally forgot to mix it in. So Now you got R.J. Barrett, Kawhi Leonard, Scotty Barnes, Jacob Poeltl, I think Poeltl, and Emmanuel Quickly, who he's 27, but coming off averaging 16 a game. It wasn't like a great shooter by any stretch of the imagination, but he's been good with distributing the ball, kind of keeping the turnovers at a reasonable spot, and being a decent enough 3-point shooter from the point spot since he came over from New York. So the one thing I can say for the Sixers, for the Celtics, one of the picks that they got back from the Sixers, one of those first round picks, is the Clippers' first round pick. That is going to be a lottery pick. That's probably going to be a top 5 pick.
For sure.
So you do get that out of it, and that definitely makes it like a little bit more digestible, I guess, when you put it that way. We're not talking about pick 30 here. So I think that's a nice win for the Celtics. But yeah, man, with Toronto, A+, getting Kawhi back. I know it's the final year of his contract. He's eligible for the extension immediately. You give up Brandon Ingram, Grady Dick, first, a couple unprotected first-round picks, first-round pick swap, but the history's there. I think,
when the Claw is motivated to win, he's going to win. He's already bought a championship there, which I thought, Pascal, maybe Van Fleet wasn't as talented as now. So you get a point guard in Toronto. I do still think they need a point guard, but I mean, that team is going to be okay now. And listen, contract year for the Claw, okay.
Yeah, I'm saying that defensively between him and Scotty Barnes on the perimeter is going to be nasty. Good luck scoring on that. I can promise you who won't be scoring on that in the playoffs is going to be Paul George. So that's going to be nasty with those two. I mean, again, I think the lineup is looking good. Kawhi, he stayed healthy. He's coming off averaging 28 a game, 6 boards, 3 assists in 65 games last year. Surprisingly, was able to play over 60 games for the first time in maybe it was the second time he's done it since like 2018 or something
quiet
like that.
28 too. That was a quiet 28 a game. I'm not even gonna
very
quiet 28, but it was still 28.
I mean, everything that guy does is quiet. And so Toronto, absolutely big winners of that trade instantly with what they got going right now, puts them back into like you said, contenders to be in the ECF. I don't know if they get past it. If they get past like the Knicks, I still think it's Knicks and
Listen,
Sixers.
Cleveland's still biting for LeBron to come home now. They said LeBron is in Cleveland. He's in Ohio right now. Listen, they say he's driving around. I don't know if y'all remember when he was in high school. He had got the Hummer in high school, was going to the little Jersey stores. They say he's riding around in the Hummer in Ohio like when he was in high school. So do not be surprised. I know Golden State is out there, but that kid loves Ohio. So if he goes to Cleveland, Celtics is really in trouble. I'm telling you, Celtics is really in trouble now. So.
Yeah, it's interesting. It'll be interesting to see if anyone else, because I think with the Raptors to wrap that one up, like one of the most beloved players in their franchise history. It's going to be a hype season for that team coming to this, and there's going to be a lot of expectations. Obviously, the risk is that Kawhi can't stay healthy. But at the same point, like it's going to be one of those things. I think, welcome back to relevancy, Toronto Raptors. But yeah, the East all of a sudden, super interesting. Really, really interesting right now. All right. Anything else to wrap it up on the Celtics Sixers talk that you want to hit on? No? All right. Well, like we didn't do it last game, but we're going to bring back the NFL Lineup Randomizer this game before we get into the AFC East preview and predictions. So because it's 4th of July weekend, we decided to do a little bit of a 4th of July spin on this one. So the only teams we have to pick from are teams whose home jerseys are all blue or all red, or just primarily blue or red. So this is our 4th of July edition, home jerseys, blue or red. Let's get the first spin. Iman, while spinning, you want me to take it? Do you want to take it?
I'll take this. I'll take first this time. Defense.
Okay. Well, you get the Chargers to start then.
I am gonna go with running back LaDainian Tomlinson.
Yeah, that's a great pick. One of the best to ever do it. All right, next up, let's see who I get. I better not have last game's luck. That was horrible. 49ers. Let's do. I like that. Give me Jerry Rice at receiver. I haven't got to take Jerry Rice in this game yet. I love that. Ooh, that's a good start. Ooh. Come on. All right. You got the Cardinals. You look thrilled.
I mean, yeah, because it's like, come on, man. But I'll take a Super Bowl winning quarterback. We'll go with Kurt Warner. He took them there. He won in St. Louis. So I'm going to go with Kurt Warner, Hall of Famer. So,
Man, neither you or I have taken Larry Fitzgerald on all of our Cardinal attempts yet. And
yeah, it's a
people
bunch of
aren't going to be
receivers
happy
out there. Yeah, it's a bunch of receivers
all right.
out there.
Yeah, I got the Bills now, which I'm going Josh Allen as my QB1 to pair with Jerry Rice. Ooh, boy. Can you imagine that duo in real life? How nasty that could get? The receiver Josh Allen needs is unfortunately 20 years too late. All right, next up. Now you get the Bills. Oh, thank God I took Josh Allen.
Yeah, exactly. What is the hell is going on? I got two receivers. I got defense to go with. Oh man, goodness.
I can think of a good defender here.
Yeah, me too. But I'm kind of waiting on the one defender. So,
You just took Thurman Thomas last game.
I know. I'll go with Andre Reed, another Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
Because I'm sitting for. I could take a defender there, but I'm gonna wait for him last.
Andre Reed's a great pick. Andre Reed's a dog. He ain't better than Jerry, but he's really nice.
Not at all. Yeah, not at all.
He's nice. All right. Next up now, I got the three Bills, back to back Bills.
Yeah.
Well, you know what that means. That means I'm going Bruce Smith on defense now, and I got what I wanted. One of the all-time sack leaders. Is he still the all-time sack leader? No one's passed him, have they?
I'm not sure. And Virginia be mad because you do know where he's from. He's from the 757.
Interesting. All right. Next up, you got the Patriots.
Yeah, Bruce Smith went to Booker T. I need another receiver and the defense. I am gonna go no receiver.
There's some defense you could take here. Some DBs I like.
Yeah, I'm gonna go recency bias, man. Give me AJ Brown.
Okay.
I'm gonna wait on my defense. I've been waiting weeks for this one guy who's also from Virginia that I can get, and I'm waiting for him. And if I can get him, I want him. The Giants is here. The Giants are here, so I'm gonna wait for him. Hopefully, I'll get him.
Okay, I was thinking like Ty Law, Rodney Harrison. All right, next up, I got the Cardinals. I do need another receiver. Let's make it happen. I'm finally taking Larry Fitzgerald. I'm finally taking him. All right. Next up, so I got Fitz, Rice, Bruce Smith.
I've been waiting 4 weeks for it. Come on. Oh,
Texans.
I did.
Man, you get the Texans a lot in this game.
I know I do. But hey, listen, recency bias again. Will Anderson on the edge, defense. Damn it, another week I don't get another Virginia compadre, but yeah, I mean Anderson is a beast. He's one of the highest.
And then JJ Watt though, you're gonna hear facts from
I choose JJ Watt a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
Remember?
Oh, did you? I don't remember.
Yeah,
you took TJ Watt. You took
TJ Watt. I did. You're right. I did too.
Ooh, you're gonna catch them for that. All right, now I gotta go running back, or I got to go Texans. I need a tight end or I need a running back. Not a lot of options. So I got to go Arian Foster at running back. Pretty easy. The only one worth it. Arian Foster in his prime was freaking awesome. So I feel good about that one. He was a shifty MF. We forget about Arian Foster a little too easy sometimes because it was short-lived. But Cardinals.
Oh my God. What is going on with this randomizer? I need a tight end.
You do, and you got one.
And I picked him a couple weeks ago, so I want to kind of get away from picking. I
don't even know. Is there anyone else to pick from even that's not him? That's like even. I'm gonna look it up really quick. You can't look it up, but
yeah. I just come on, man. I don't want to pick him again because I want to kind of. But I mean.
Let me see if there's anyone else worth it on it. Maybe I'll tell you. Oh man, no way. I mean, there's Zach Ertz was really short-lived. Otherwise, you got to go.
No, hell no. Give me Trey McBride. Why not? I just got to go with him right now. I chose him a couple weeks, but I'll go with him again. McBride. Goodness grief.
All right. The only other one is Jackie Smith. He's in the Hall of Fame, but it's from the 60s to 70s. Yeah, old school stuff. And now I get the Rams to close it out. I also need a tight end here. Rams tight ends. Man, Rams tight ends. Oh, boy. Oh, man. I hope I'm not.
Yes.
I'm thinking about I'm thinking back to the St. Louis days. I don't think they had much going on at tight end in the St. Louis
Me
days.
neither. They was all receiver at that
It
time.
was all receivers, Isaac Bruce and Torrey Holt, and now it's just a 3-way. Oh man, this one's gonna crush my team. It was looking so pretty too. Oh shoot. I guess I gotta go with what's his I'm blanking on his name. Who's the current Titan one? Why am I blanking on his name? Joe. Yeah, I guess I gotta go Tyler Higbee here. That sucks.
Damn.
Now that I've picked Tyler Higbee and ruined my whole team, I'm gonna see Rams
No,
all
but
time tight
he's
ends.
actually the leader in receiving.
Oh, franchise leader in career
reception,
receptions and receiving yards. All right, works out.
And these other names, if you would have picked
Not
them,
good.
yeah, it would have been over for you.
I was gonna say, I'm looking at the other names. There's a reason why I had no idea who else to pick for Rams tight ends. It is not a pretty list. All right, is that everyone? You got your whole team?
I got tight end, defense, 2 receivers, running back, and Mr. Kurt Warner at quarterback.
All right, you know what that means. It's time to bring Joey in and evaluate who we think. Who we think is the winner. So why don't we go position by position, Joey, and see how things look here. Thanks for spinning that and really screwing us. We didn't love those spins, Joey, so we got to be better on the clip next time. We had like 17 teams in there. I think we ended up picking about like 5 total teams.
Yeah. Same teams every time, man.
That was brutal. There's got to be a way on this game where you can delete the team once they're picked. We are going to figure something out.
Or we could just try next time if we already done a team, we just keep going to new team. Yeah, to a new team come up.
Could have done that. We would have had to respin 4 straight times in the damn Bills.
Yeah.
But all right, let's go through it, Joey. Who do you how are things looking on your end here?
All right, so you want to do it like last time where we did positional matchup and how we rank it, or how do you want to do it?
Yeah, let's go by position. We can kind of do the check. Who gets the check box on the position?
And Iman, I missed your Pats pick. So who was your Pats pick?
AJ Brown.
Oh, that's real recency bias. Yeah. He hasn't even played a damn game.
Hey, I gotta go with what I gotta go with right now. Because like he chose Randy Moss a couple weeks, so I'm trying to get a little bit.
Yeah. Hey, it's a fair pick. He's still really good. All right.
There's a couple coffees you got to take. All right. We'll start with, I guess, quarterback. Kurt Warner, Josh Allen.
Super Bowl winner. Can't even get out of the AFC Championship game.
All right, so how about this, man? If you had to start your team today with prime Kurt Warner or prime Josh Allen, who are you picking?
Prime Kurt Warner.
No,
I'm just telling you. I'm not being fun. I value winners, Austin. I'm telling you now. That if you ask me Troy Aikman, I'm gonna go with Troy Aikman. I value.
No, you will not go Troy Aikman over Josh Allen.
Yeah, shit. Shit. Nah, I ain't that far removed from being a Cowboy fan. No, I was there. I remember what he was and who he was. I'm telling you, Austin. Leadership, toughness, accuracy matters when I'm telling you now, winning matters.
Saying a lot of things Josh Allen does well.
I'm picking Troy Aikman over 99% of the quarterbacks in the NFL right now. Wow. I'm telling you.
Okay. I don't know about that one. Okay. Hey, that's you. That's what makes you happy and puts you to bed at night.
Yeah, my bad.
If that puts you to bed at night, good for you. All right. I don't think we're going to agree because I would take Josh Allen over Kurt Warner in a heartbeat. Not a diss on Kurt Warner. He's obviously elite. Wore the glove. Obviously, his story is elite as well. I think his better days were with the Rams, though, but he does got what he's got. I don't know. Joey, you decide here. We're split. We're split up here.
This is brutal. And I think it's also generation, right? Like, I don't remember as much of Kurt Warner as Iman does. Like, I remember the Super Bowl run, but I don't remember the Rams days. And I remember the Cardinals Super Bowl run, but I don't remember the Rams days. That's the greatest show on turf.
Yeah, that was good stuff. I mean, that team was nuts. Him tossing it to Isaac Bruce.
Straight from the shopping line, too. Bagging groceries to win the Super Bowl.
Insane story. Judge Joey.
I'll give it to E-Man. He's convinced me.
All right.
Kurt Warner.
Fine. Have it. Whatever.
Josh has to get that ring.
Super Bowls, Austin, it matters.
All right. Running back's easy. We don't even got to get into it. It's LT over Foster, no doubt. I'll give you that. Okay.
You don't want to argue about that one?
No, I mean Arian Foster was sick, but I'm not gonna make myself look stupid now.
I feel like he was that like early round fantasy running back that everyone wanted to get every year and then either didn't or
Arian
got hurt.
Foster? Yeah, it didn't last long, but I mean, listen to this with Arian Foster's numbers with the Texans was nuts. So, second year in the league, 1,600 yards, 16 touchdowns, then 1,200 yards, 10 touchdowns, then 1,400 yards, 15 touchdowns, then got hurt, came back with a 1,200 yard, 8 touchdown. This is on top of having 50, 60, 40 catches a year on top of it. The dude was just an absolute freak.
And he was a unit. I seen him in person one time. I'm talking about a big mother sucker. He was huge. I was like, God damn. So
yeah, he came out of nowhere too. Yeah, he wasn't like a top draft pick. He finished off with a good career. Finished off with 4.4 yards a carry on 6,500 career yards. I mean, he was still really nice. It was just so short lived. The injuries, man. But he was so nice with it. All right, yeah, LT's the GOAT. LT is absolutely goated.
Yeah, that wins.
Yep. All right, receivers. What do we got? I remember Iman's first receiver.
Andre Reed.
Reed
that's not even.
I think I'm 2 for 2 on receivers with Rice and Fitz over Brown and Reed.
Yeah, Jared Rice.
Pretty easy.
I would say yes, has to be Rice and Fitzgerald. Those are 2 Hall of Famers.
Okay.
All right, we're tied 2-2 here.
All right, so tight end. I got Tyler Higbee, Rams all-time tight end leader, has a Super Bowl. And you got McBride, the top tight end in football right now.
That's going
coming off maybe the best coming off the best tight end season ever.
Yeah. So
perhaps
give it to me, but it's going to come down to defense right here, which is.
So we just decided for Joey that you're getting tight end.
Oh,
Joey's
come on!
right.
I mean, come on, Austin. Tyler Higbee.
Oh, you want to play? He's got the Super Bowls. Higbee's got the Super Bowl.
Quarterback, not tight ends. Come on now.
Oh, so you're making So Jalen Hurts all of a sudden we got to change the tone on him. It sounds like.
But it depends on who he's going against in the matchup. No, I mean, depends on who he's going against.
All right, you could have tight end. Yeah, I'm just fucking with you. Yeah, it's Higbee. Or sorry, it's McBride. All right, and then I don't remember who you had on defense either.
Will Anderson.
Defense had Will Anderson.
And I have Bruce Smith, who is the all-time sacks leader, so that's easy.
And he's from Norfolk.
Yeah.
We got to go with Bruce Smith. He's from
Bruce
Norfolk.
Smith.
Yeah.
Does that make this tie? Are we tied?
Yeah.
Oh, man, we might got to have one more position mix in here
3-3.
or something. Because we tied. Okay, so that puts the series at I am now 3-1-2.
3-1-2.
Okay, so you're 1-3-2. Hey. It's a step in the right direction.
Proud of you.
Yeah. Listen. You wanted with the Bruce Smith. I know people would be mad at me that I didn't go with him. And when if
you went JJ Watt, we'd have a real. It'd be much more of a debate here.
Nah, I'd agree.
I'm going Bruce Smith. And once again, that's a Norfolk bias. Like literally, he grew up right up the street from us. So
that's great.
Seen him when I was in high school. Huge human being too. Awesome. He's another huge human being, and he does so much. So my nephew graduated from the school he went to, Booker T. Washington. So he does a lot for the community and all that. So I would have never went against Bruce Smith. I
mean, it's hard to go against the guy with the most sacks in NFL history. I mean, that's a top rank. It's a top rank, even for literally anyone else. It's hard to say that, but that was tough, man.
It's fascinating when you find some of these teams that have such a dearth or an absence in a position. Like some of these teams, like you could fill every roster spot in history. Yeah. And then you go to the Rams or Houston and it's just like Carolina and there's just these holes. You're like, oh, that's why these teams have been so bad for so long and have these little spurts because they don't have like we're debating. I mean, I know this is a good debate for tight end, but Higbee and McBride are 2 great players. But that's one of the last 5 years. Like, how about the last 50?
Yeah,
There's nothing there.
Nothing. I mean, I literally looked at the Rams all-time tight ends. And tell me if either of you know either of these names or any of these names. Ernie Conwell. He was a part of the greatest show on turf.
He played during that time. I remember his name during that time.
He was important for that. Then there's Bill Truax, Truax or Tro. Bill Tro was a blocking guy. Pete Holohan. It was Jim Everett in the 80s, and then you got Lance Kendricks.
I really kind of think that position just kind of got. I got a net in here, and I don't know why. I think that position kind of just got kind of popular the past 20 years. Yeah, I remember in the era of tight ends. Yeah, it was. And I remember Jay Novacek during our our glory days in Dallas, but it wasn't like he was bigger than Michael Irvin at the time. It was like Moose Johnson to me was a bigger guy than Jay Novacek. So it's like, yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot of stars at the position now, right? Up until like early 2000s when like Antonio Gates came into the league, Antonio Gonzalez came in the league, like it was really sporadic stars. It was the Ditkas, it was the Winslow. It was like a guy here and there would be a star at the position. Now it's like the tight end market. We're about to see this thing freaking explode. I mean, we already saw Pitts and Strange get paid. Now, I mean, man, you got Kraft coming up. Loveland's on a rookie deal still for a little bit, but he's going to get a huge contract.
And a tight end is going to marry Taylor Swift. That's a big win for the position too.
Yeah. Big win for the position. Yeah, huge stuff going on in the tight end world. It's definitely blown up in recent years for sure. The last 10 years especially has become huge.
And before we get off this though, Austin, and I know we're going to be quick tonight, but I do want to touch this, and I know y'all were younger. Y'all don't remember. Where do you put Troy Aikman as just like greatest of all time? Is he a top 10, or you just won't?
The problem is it's very Jalen Hurtsy with him. The stats aren't there. Lots of winning, an amazing supporting cast around him. He was definitely a super important piece. But again, statistically, he's nowhere even near a top 20 quarterback. It wasn't long enough, and it wasn't good enough.
I don't care what era you.
What's unfair about that?
Because no matter what era you play in, to win 3 Super Bowls in a matter of 5 years, when you were
Jalen Hurts.
No. Jalen Hurts won 1. Let's be clear. He won.
Well,
1.
Look at this.
And let's be clear. If Jerry Jones don't make a bonehead decision and fucking fire Jimmy Johnson, Troy Aikman wins 5 or 6.
I'm saying, no doubt, you can say he is top 5, one of the best winning quarterbacks of all time. I think it's a funny argument with him. Winning wise, he's one of the greatest quarterbacks to ever do it. Statistically wise, he is so average because he never had a 4,000-yard passing season. He passed for 20 touchdowns one time. He was always throwing double-digit interceptions. It's not like he was leading the league in passer rating or even completion percentage. He was throwing in the low 60s for most of his career. Shit, he was in the 50s for part of his career in completion percentage.
Smith.
He had Michael Irvin. I mean, he had enough. Yes. That's, you can't deny it's not like there's 2 different arguments.
I wish you would have been able to see it. I'm just being honest, and I'm not being.
He passed
biased.
for 3,000 yards 5 times in his career. But that's it.
Because that was the era, Austin. Dan Marino at the time was the only one that he played losing football. Dan Marino and Warren Moon they were the only guys doing that, playing losing football. I'm telling you, would have had to see him. I'm telling you, in college he was good. Troy Aikman is one of the greatest.
I mean, again, I'll agree with you. He's one of the greatest winning quarterbacks of all time. He is not even near. He had 165 career touchdowns.
Due to playoffs, though, when he got in the playoffs, he wasn't going to make no mistakes, and he was going to make sure he did what he needed to do. I'm telling you, Austin, it was different, man. The guy.
Let's see.
Yeah,
we didn't watch.
Yeah.
I mean, so let's see. In the playoffs, he averaged over his career. This is so the playoffs, per year, he averaged 2.9 touchdowns and 2.1 interceptions. He had 23 playoff touchdowns, 17 playoff interceptions. It's pretty much a microcosm of his whole career and how it went. And he only averaged 200. I mean, he did average 240 pass yards in the playoffs, which is pretty nice. 63% completion. It's pretty much his career. It's carried over into the playoffs. I mean, no one in their right mind can even try to argue statistically he belongs in the top 10, top 15, even top 20. From a winning perspective and what he mattered to winning Super Bowl.
Top 20?
Statistically, no. Go find it. You argue it for me then. How he is.
I keep telling you, statistics sometimes don't always tell the story.
You're right. And that's why I said, just based off that, there's 2 different arguments to be had here. Because one of them puts him in the top 5. The other one puts him 18-ish. So maybe that when you dumb it down, top 5, I would say 12 to 15. How about that? I think you average it out. Average it 2 out, 12 to 15 all time. Is that fair?
Yeah, I mean that I just looks at like so that means Terry Bradshaw is just like winning 5 just does. He should just because that's an
And now
even
that's
different
really a
area.
different era. That's like the
But
60s.
Austin, but this is what I'm saying. To win in the NFL and to win multiple, it was not easy
Yeah.
to do. So I just give them if Terry Bradshaw or Troy Aikman played in this era with their leadership, their commitment to the game, knowing, understanding what's going on, I don't see why. Because I think winners win. I played football my whole life. I known people who just was winners, and it's like they have something with them. I'm telling you, it's just
Yeah.
something with them. But that's why Tom Brady is statistically, nobody's gonna say statistically he's the greatest.
Not, yeah. I mean, I see what you're saying. No, and I'm not trying to deflect on the winning and what he mattered to the culture, the locker room, and just what they needed to keep winning. Yeah, one of the most important quarterbacks in history in that sense, for sure. The stats are it's just
Greatest
funny. The stats
athlete.
don't line.
He's the greatest athlete ever.
Really?
The
I never saw. I mean,
athlete
I could watch the highlight. I never saw like the games or nothing like that, like him running. I didn't know Troy Aikman could scoot around like that,
No,
like a
he
Lamar.
could. Troy could. But I think I'm telling you, Tom Brady is the greatest athlete ever.
No, not Tom Brady.
Oh, no. I'm just saying, getting back to Tom Brady, did Tom Brady
Oh.
statistically, this is what I'm saying, Tom Brady statistically would never be like, oh, he's the greatest ever. But I think Tom Brady is the greatest athlete to ever play professional sports. The greatest. You do all sports together, basketball, baseball. There's no greater guy who just, when it was on the fucking line, you got him.
Yep, it's him and MJ are in a class of their own, but I would still even put Brady up there like number one. He is now that's an alien. If you test the blood, it will not be human on Tom Brady. I'm convinced of that piece for sure. Well, that's a good segue into our next piece then. We're doing our AFC East previews and predictions today. I don't think we should start with the Patriots. We should maybe perhaps keep them towards the end. So like we did last week with the AFC West, let's go into the AFC East predictions, previews, and where we think this one's going to come up. Obviously, I think it's pretty obvious the number 1 and 2 team who we think will walk away as the winner of this division. But why don't we go over to like the Jets and start with kind of the Jets, their offseason, what they've done so far. So they've had quite a bit of an overhaul, right? So they finished bottom of the barrel scraping last year, and they had some serious roster turnover this year. Obviously, they bring in Geno Smith to be the bridge starter. They bring Minkah Fitzpatrick in. They bring in Tavondre Sweat in a trade that sent Jermaine Johnson out. They bring in David Onyemata. They bring in Joseph Asai, DeMario Davis, Nashawn Wright, D'Angelo Ponz, an incredible draft pick. They had a great draft, too, mind you. Like, Jets, awesome draft. Arguably one of the best drafts. They did lose Sauce Gardner last year. They lost Quinn Williams last year. They lost Elijah Vera Tucker to the Patriots. They lost another lineman. They lost Jermaine Johnson. So where are you kind of sitting with this team now going into coming off one of the worst seasons in NFL history with Aaron Glenn, who keeps his job? They believe in him. What are your top level thoughts on the case for the Jets? Let's start with maybe the relevancy. You pick the relevancy or why they're going to suck again.
So the good thing that they're in the AFC East, and I think is a worse team than them this year will be. So they kind of lucked up. I do think they will double their wins from last year. They won 3 games last year. I think defensively they're gonna be better because he made some moves that's gonna make their defense better. It's just when it comes down to just Geno Smith, I think he will help right the ship just by keeping them kind of level. It's just I don't believe in him moving the needle. I think, like I said, I think they'll be relevant because the defense will be a little bit better this year. I just think Geno Smith is like 7 wins. And granted, I think he started his career off pretty bad. I think Seattle rebirthed him. I just think he's back on the down slope. So I just don't see them winning more than 7 games. But I think they'll be exciting to watch over. And like I said, they lucked up because there's another team that's worse than them this year.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think Geno's got better weapons this year, even with a young cast that he had in Vegas for sure. I think it's a sneaky team to be a spoiler late in season if Geno's still on his feet when when you got some of these new guys and Breece Hall kind of doing their thing. They're obviously getting Braylon Allen back in the backfield. I think I agree. I like that double their wins thing. I think it'll be a step forward. I think the defense reclaims some of its grit and its attitude and kind of its ways that we've known with Aaron Glenn now. I think he'll kind of, hold on to his job. We'll see if he can escape another season if he only gets 6-7 wins out of it. But of course, there's the case against him. You got a bridge quarterback. And when we're talking about, hey, Geno Smith doubles your wins, that's you're in a bad spot right now. You're in a really bad spot. And then obviously you're restarting on defense. So there's still a lot of unknowns here with how this plays out. A lot of young cats on offense who are really exciting. Offensive line after you get rid of Vera Tucker, who's always been hurt, unfortunately, and Simpson. There's still a level of like an iffy offensive line too. So Jets, I'm thinking, are still drafting top 6. Top 6 next year. Yeah. Maybe pick 6 or 7 next year. 5, 6, 7. That's their range. That's if things go good for them. Well, let's go into that team you think is going to suck a bit more than Miami Dolphins. Now, I am personally very high on Malik Willis. I hope he balls out. I think you give him 100 rushing attempts this year because he is nice on his feet. Obviously, they add him on a $67 million year deal. They bring in Jeff Hafley from Green Bay as well. They also brought in Green Bay front office guy, John Eric Sullivan, to be their new GM. Brought in Tutu Atwell, Jalen Tolbert. They took Caden Proctor as the old lineman in the first round, and I hated that. I think that's a
Bust.
huge boomer bust. I'm thinking bust. That guy, if you can't make it at Alabama without people questioning if you're good or you belong on the bench, you got problem. Chris Johnson, their other first-round pick, really like him, a cornerback, but they obviously lost Tua, Tyreek, Jaden Waddle, Minkah Fitzpatrick, Bradley Chubb, Jalen Brooks, like all these, lots of things happening. They're expected to be a bottom 4-3 team. So what's your case for, case against? What do you like? What do you hate?
I like the Malik Willis. I hope he does do well, even in losses. I hope he shows that he deserves to be a starter in the NFL because, I mean, his progression from when he was in Tennessee just made a big jump in Green Bay. So I do want to see him do well, but the reality of not having any weapons in the NFL is like, it's going to be hard. Like you said, hey, y'all better run the option with him because, I mean,
him and A-Chain's going to be nuts.
Who we going to throw to? But I want to see him do well because if not, they're going to be trying to draft a quarterback next year because that's another team that I think may divided by 2 wins because I don't see them winning 5 games next year with just they don't have any talent, man.
Well, that's my thing, and that's why, like, again, the quarterback thing with Miami. Malik Willis, we saw how impressive he looked with Green Bay. He went through the Green Bay School of Quarterbacking, and he came out as one of the top EPA guys in football, one of the best QBRs in football. His 9.2 yards per dropback was really good. His completion percentage was like one of the best over-expected completion percentage in football. So, like, Tennessee, holy fumble the bag on this guy. And they were in a mess when they had him there. They had one of the worst OCs, one of the worst offenses you could ask for. It was all shit on offense. Green Bay got him right, developed him to like live up to, remember, you're the first round talent we thought at one point coming out. And so I'm like, if Malik Willis does his part and looks pretty damn good and provides you, if Malik Willis gives you 700 rushing yards this year, 600 rushing yards this year, and he gives you like 25 and 10 interceptions, like 25 touchdowns, 10 picks, maybe 3,800 yards. Are you really drafting another quarterback? Is he the problem? Is a rookie going to come in and give you more, or you just commit to him? So I think Miami now, I think they're going to be in a weird spot because if Malik Willis balls out to the extent that he can with what's around him on offense and, the fact that they're probably going to win 4 or 5 games, how much of that can you really put on Malik Willis? And when do you go like, you know what? You give this guy 3 or 67 million. Do you immediately go like, yeah, we're just going to use that first round pick on another quarterback though, if a top 3 pick?
Give him a weapon. Somebody like Jeremiah Smith. And to me,
yes,
if you say he throws 3,800 yards, 700, I'm giving him a weapon. Give him another year with a big time receiver or something. So, I mean, I'm wishing Malik Willis get it done, but it's going to be rough for you, brother.
Oh, yeah, it's going to be tough out there for him. He's going to be running a lot, but we saw when the pocket broke down in Green Bay, he was really good at getting out of there. He would keep his eyes downfield. He was able to fit some balls in the tight windows, pause. But, I mean, they're carrying over a lot of dead cap space because of the whole Tua thing. And, yeah, this team is generally one of the worst in football. The worst thing the Dolphins can do is win themselves out of a top 4 or 5 pick. By accidentally being a little bit too good and having like 6 wins and then not having one of the top picks in the draft would be like the worst thing they can do. I think, yeah, the awkwardness is around Malik Willis and what do they decide to do from a commitment perspective. If he struggles, obviously you kind of have an idea what you do. If he balls out, now you're going to be like, well, do we really pass on a generational quarterback class here, take a Jeremiah Smith and bank that this all keeps going in the right direction with Malik Willis? He's still young. I think it can. I really hope. I think it's there for him. I think he'll do well. Otherwise, yeah, it's a shit show in Miami. All right. Buffalo. Why don't we go over to old Buffalo, who this offseason, they had a lot going on as well. Obviously, they go in coming off a wild card win over the Jags, then that divisional round loss to the Broncos. They add DJ Moore, maybe the best pass catcher. I mean, they had Diggs there, but man, did Josh Allen need another pass catcher. They get DJ Moore. They drafted TJ Parker in the second round. They promoted Joe Brady from OC to head coach. They brought in Jim Leonard to be their DC. They drafted Skylar Bell in the 4th round, who I think was one of the steals of the draft. We talked about it previously. We got a clip out there. So where are you kind of sitting with like the case for the Bills this year? Will this be the year they finally get over the hump? Because it seems like you think the Chiefs won't be there. His kryptonite, Mr. Mahomes, won't be there to stop Josh Allen. But now he might have found a new kryptonite in Bo Nix and the Broncos.
So it's two guys in the NFL right now that there's no more excuses for. And Josh Allen is one. I'm just being honest. I've been a defender. I've been a supporter for years. Oh, they had an offense around you. Oh, you did everything you needed to do. You're Superman. Listen, Josh Allen, if you do not make a Super Bowl this year, if you do not make an AFC championship and play like you're the greatest thing since sliced bread, I'm off the train, brother. I'm just being honest. You got to win the division. There's no more excuses. You got a receiver now. Let's be clear. He's an elite guy. You got to win the division. You got to make an AFC championship game or I'm off the train. I can't give you any more excuses. And I don't care who they picked up on defense. They got DJ Moore. I don't even care if they picked up anybody on offense. Josh Allen got to get it done this year. And I'm tired of defending you. You about to be in the Justin Herbert category. You and Lamar, listen, I'm a Ravens fan, but you and Lamar, if you two aren't in the Super Bowl this year, no more excuses for your asses. So I'm picking Buffalo to win the division because I do think he's going to be a beast this year with DJ Moore. I do think adding DJ Moore with what he can do on a football field will help, and hopefully Coleman can kind of progress a little bit more this year. Kincaid, them tight ends.
Cook is nice as running
still
back.
Got Cook in the backfield. I think
he's a beast.
He's going this way. He's going up in his career, so I think he's going to have another fantastic year. But I think Buffalo will win 13, 14 games this year and win the division because I think New England will take a couple steps back, but we'll get to them later. But yeah, it's the year, Josh Allen.
It's got to be the year. I mean, we've turned the corner on 30 now, and it's crazy to me when you think about the Bills. They're coming off of I think the last 2 seasons having one of the lowest graded positional groups in all of football, but somehow they're still a top 5 offense in football. It's it's 90% Josh Allen, 9% James Cook, 1% everything else has just not been good. I think the supporting cast. There's less excuses now with what you got. I mean, obviously they had a big miss on Keon Coleman in the draft, and that set them back. But Allen is coming off being one of the best clutch passers in football last year behind Dak, Stafford, Sam Darnold. And that's with shit for weapons. I mean, I like Khalil Shakir, but if that's your best guy, you're definitely in some trouble. And Josh Allen on the short yardage runs, even like the first down runs, he's still just absolutely unstoppable. So, and he's coming off, he's still the MVP guy. We're still talking about Josh Allen as number 1 or 2 best player in the sport right now, at least top 3, no matter the conversation, top 3. And the DJ Moore acquisition, I think, is going to be huge. Obviously, DJ Moore played with Joe Brady. We talked about that previously in Carolina, where he had the most success in his career and actually balled out like a legitimate wide receiver, one that earned the Panthers the first round pick in return for him when they sent him to the Chicago Bears. So I still think he's the best quarterback. I mean, I still think he's the best player in football. I still think like top 3 best player in football. I know he gets a little sloppy out there sometimes, and it gets a little ugly with what the stuff he does, and I hope he reins some of that in. I'm gonna wait and see on how the whole everything goes with Joe Brady at head coach, but because you always get that coaching transition, even though he was the guy there already there. Some guys aren't meant to be a head coach; they're meant to be coordinators. Just ask Josh McDaniels over in the Patriots. We went to the Raiders and sucked it up out loud. Yeah. Granted, he didn't have himself a Josh Allen at quarterback, but. I mean, Josh Allen's got to limit the turnovers. He's got to have a little bit better. I mean, the playoffs weren't exactly ideal last year. The 4 turnovers against Denver that's not how you want to see him go out. And the defense has some holes, man. I think the defense they're going to have to, they struggled to carry their weight last season. They kind of picked it up down the end. But now when you're talking about, Jets even who have better weapons. You got one of the best mobile quarterbacks in football, Malik Willis, and you got the Patriots doing their thing. That defense is going to have to play much, much better this year, and Josh Allen's going to have to keep playing the Superman role, unfortunately, for them to it's got to be the year, man. It's got to be the year, especially if the Chiefs miss another playoffs. Got to be the year. But yeah, I think we're on the same page on that one. So you think our next team, the Patriots, you think the Patriots are still winning the division, or you think the Buffalo Bills win the division?
No, I think the Buffalo Bills win the division.
Oh.
And just to move into New England, I'm just big on energy. I'm big on leadership. As people know, you can watch this show. I give a lot of credit to like leadership and a lot of credit to like energy. Mike Vrabel has lost his allure as this leader now, and I hate to say it, he let the punani confuse him. I'm telling you now, the kryptonite will kill whoever. So I think they're going to take a step back because now the guys are going to be questioning their leader. I can't motivate y'all the same way I used to. I can't get on you the same way I used to. I can't be the guy to say, "Hey, I'm doing it." I just think that's going to be an issue. And, people say, oh, certain teams operate good when it's drama. No, I think that's going to be a big hiccup in their locker room this year. And when the locker room is chaotic and confused, so will the team. I think people see them coming now too. So last year, nobody seen them coming. They're looking for you this year. I think they're going to take a big step back, not just a step back. I don't think they're going to make the playoffs next year. And and I know you're high on Drake May, but
a lot to be high on.
Not only Mike Vrabel, AJ Brown is an issue in the locker room. At some point, the snake is gonna bite you. I don't care how long he stand dormant in the grass. I don't care how low you cut the grass. Snakes slither, then they bite. AJ Brown is going to be another issue in the locker room. So I just didn't get that. Yes, he's talented on the football field, but I don't think Drake May is the leader of guy that's going to be able to put him in check to say, hey, look, man, shut the fuck up. I got you. So I just think it's going to be an issue in the locker room. They're going to take a big step back. They won't make the playoffs next year. I give them 9 wins, but that's just not going to make the playoffs next year.
Yeah, there's things to be worried about. Obviously, last year everyone talks about the cupcake schedule, right? And that's whole debate here, there. This year, I mean, they got the Broncos. That's no cakewalk. They got the Packers. They got the Bears. They got the Bills twice, obviously. And like I said, don't be surprised on the Jets playing spoiler late in the season. Don't be surprised if, they Jets can, do something to the Bills or the Patriots and kind of shock them up late in the season or at some point if this just have the right game because they got pieces. But it's interesting to me on the Mike Vrabel piece. A defensive guy like Vrabel, you would expect to have a better defense, which last year it was a good defense, but like they really did not have a good pass rush. And they lost K'Lavon Chaisson now, who went to Washington. And I just don't see it in terms of the pass rush. And I do really like Milton Williams and Christian Barmore. Like you could say that's a top 2-3 defensive tackle group in the NFL. Like, and we've seen how important a good defensive tackle group has become all throughout last playoffs. The theme was the best teams had the best defensive tackle groups going into it between the Seahawks, the Rams, the Broncos, the Patriots, all great defensive tackle groups. So they got those two guys back. I think with Vrabel, it's tough. You're dealing with a lot of grown-ass men, and respect matters a lot. So that's going to be an interesting dynamic to keep an eye for. Obviously, A.J. Brown, we could say that's going to be an interesting dynamic. But at the same point, you still got Christian Gonzalez. He is an all-world level cornerback who I will forever be salty that the Packers picked Lucas Van Ness right before Christian Gonzalez, which never made any freaking sense at all. So I think the defense still has the potential to be a top, 12-ish unit, which, it's probably going to be good enough for them. I think Drake May is not going backwards, especially when you consider what they added with A.J. Brown, Romeo Doubs. If Elijah Vera Tucker stays healthy, when he's healthy, he's one of the best guards in football. He's just never healthy. But they gave him 3 years, $42 million, so he better stay healthy. They drafted Caleb Lomu in the first round, one of the top offensive tackles in football. Gave Jackus, or I don't remember, Joey's guy out of Illinois. Really nice edge rusher. Out of Illinois, was just dominant. So I think that'll be a nice piece. Obviously, they bring in Draymond Jones, will be a nice piece on the D-line. So I think from a talent perspective, it's hard to see this team winning any less than 10 games. Coaching matters, of course. Coaching matters a ton. But offensively, they still got Stevenson. They still got Henderson. They got Romeo Doubs. They got A.J. Brown. They got, I really like that Notre Dame tight end, and I'm blanking on his name right now. They got Hunter Henry. And they've built the biggest weakness was the offensive line, and they invested into it with premium capital. Like you said, Vera Tucker and Caleb Lomu are going to step into early roles there and fill some major gaps. And now they just need what's his face, the guy who blew it, their left tackle last year, who was just a swinging gate, really let them down.
The T-Rex arm,
little T-Rex arms out there. Yeah, he's got to figure it out, man. Or he's not going to be in the league much longer after
Will Campbell.
Will Campbell. Yeah. After what he was looking like, he's got to get his shit together. They got enough.
You high on Drake May, and I don't know what you see in him to be so high on him. But I'm telling you, the book's out on him now. So I can't wait for this to unfold. The book is out on him. You're super high on him. The fact that you said if the NFL started today, he would be your first pick. Oof, but you going to see.
Yeah. It's almost like it's like one of those Jordan Love things. Every time someone tries to bash Jordan Love and be like, oh, he's not good. It's like, where are you pulling this from? Like, literally, what are you looking at to tell me he's not good or doesn't belong in the top conversation? Go pull any chart. Literally go pull any chart. And you're going to see Jordan Love right where you'd want to see your quarterback fall into a chart. There's so very few out there. And Drake May is doing the same thing. And granted, last year, you might be right. Like, it might be a CJ Stroud thing. It looked awesome. And now that you got figured out, it doesn't look awesome anymore. Problem is, Drake May is also operating with one of the best offensive coordinators the league has ever seen. Josh McDaniels has been doing this with the Patriots for a long time. And he is madly successful there. And things seem to work out well with QB1. In New England for the most part when he's the guy. Obviously not like a bridge quarterback like Brissett or something like that. But so when you got the coordinator right, that's a big piece of it, especially for a young quarterback to not have to be jumping around coordinator to coordinator. Drake May's got one of the best, you could argue is the best offensive coordinator in football on his side. And now he's got, a potential, it's not potential. A.J. Brown is a wide receiver one. He coming off a shit year. He always pissed off. But I don't know. I think there's too much here for this to fail, to be honest. I don't think the Vrabel thing will break this team apart.
So you saying they're going to win the division?
Oh, I think it's going to be – I think it comes down to the last 2 weeks between them and Buffalo. Actually, when do they play each other? Patriots schedule. I'm seeing if Patriots schedule, if they play Buffalo at the end of the year, would be fucking cool, man. Patriots got – damn it. They play Buffalo in December 6th. And then then they got the Vikings, Chiefs, Jets, Broncos. Ooh. If the Patriots beat the Broncos on January 3rd, they will be the division winners. How about that? That is a second to last game. That's a tough one to end the year on. Woo-wee. I'll take the Patriots.
So the Patriots are going to win the East.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think it comes down to one game, one to 2 games. I mean, I don't know. I'm a Josh Allen stand at heart still. He's outside of Jordan Love. He's my favorite quarterback.
I got one more year with him. I'm saying New England going to miss the playoffs. That's my prediction. They're not even going to make the playoffs next year.
Speaking of Vrabel and whatnot, you see Diana Rossini trying to get out of a speeding ticket
God.
by saying she knows Kevin McConnell.
Yeah, this
chick's
girl is. I mean, I'm not lying. And granted, you know us men love those hoes because the hoes are fun. So clearly she's letting me know she's fun. But why won't she just go sit down somewhere? I just really just want her to go sit down somewhere. Like, just don't drive. Just Uber everywhere or Uber eat shit. Like, but
man,
I can tell she's kind of fun though, Austin. I ain't gonna lie to you. She's probably somebody I would kind of be cool being around. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like you.
Yeah, no, she's for the streets.
Yeah,
she's for the streets, and yeah. She acts like it too.
She definitely does.
Yeah, she's for the streets. I can't believe she's married. That poor dude.
Oh man,
he's got to be in it for the money because there's anything she's ever said about him. It's like they don't even have that's not a marriage. Yeah. I don't understand it at all. It's like it's arranged or something. He's got the Pete Davidson effect or something. Yeah. I don't know.
And content is content, but my girl could not get on national TV and say the shit that she was saying and be on Twitter saying that. And me and my girl wouldn't be together. I'm being honest. That's different type of content. It'd be
it's not good.
Yeah, no way. So
it's not good. I wish I didn't see it. Last thing I'll say on the Patriots, a lot of flack coming out about Adam Schefter and Robert Kraft. They are like co-owners in like some sports betting game.
I'm telling you, man.
And that type of thing. It's been coming into the limelight recently about some what's the word I want to use? Collusionary type things and coming into the limelight because of it. Not great looks all around for some stuff in the reporting side of football between Schefter and of course made for the streets.
I'm really about to get back to just playing poker and be done with like sports bet. No, seriously, it's too much to be thinking like Robert Kraft own it. I don't like that part. These guys are coming out. I swear I'm just about to get back to playing poker for money and be done with sports betting because I can't trust it. Adam Schefter should not be. I just think the NFL and the NBA and them got to start walking away from this.
A lot of conflict of interest there.
And I get it. They're making a lot of money. I get it. But at some point they're going to have to walk away from this shit because it's going to make people like me just not bet with them no more. It's just like I already think shit is scripted. And Robert Kraft owning like some gambling shit, man.
I mean, even Schefter too. I mean, he's made a shitload of money on that one. And I'm trying to look at it. I mean, Schlereth was the first like guy in the media, big NFL media guy to finally come out and say something on it and like actually call this out for what it is. And how bad it is and how much it's ruining the sport, which we've all been saying all along. Shit ruining the sport. And it's just unbearable crap, man. But all right. That's another episode of Chalk Talk Social. We're going to have to try to get a Heat or Celtics fan, or a Heat, Sixers, or Celtics fan. I'm going to try to get one of them on next time because I think we got some things to talk about with them. But until next time, we'll see.